James, Stang.
Popcorn. 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 Education, misinformation, indoctrination to control the population. The situation is gonna take patience, determination, a lot of litigation. No picket lines, no more demonstrations. Reparations won't repair our nation. We are already home, no repatriation. Back to Africa, that's not a destination. Through manipulation, documented fabrication to ensure their agenda. Secure their placement. Is he coming? Is there salvation? The story of creation. Who's God? Who's really Satan? Eager to know. Anticipation. We all play a role. Better man, the battle stations trying to empty out our soul, but this is mind liberation.
You said he died on the cross to wash all my sins away. You said that I pay the cost if I didn't assimilate. They think they found and not lost. Don't accept every word that they say. Population control, population control, population control. Every word that they say.
It's exaggeration, create panic, cause separation, pandemic, evacuation, full of shit, call them constipation. If you sick, don't take a vaccination. They suppress, not cure with medication. It's a trick, all they do is calculations. Act quick or assimilation, interrogation, Guantanamo Bay, concentration camps, remote locations. Too much deliberation leads to our hesitation. While we waiting, sitting here debating, they plan eradication. Don't get it twisted, no mistaken. They make it seem like they for your emancipation. Plantations into corporations under occupation. Want you to pray, no meditation.
To wash all my sins away. You said that I pay the cost if I didn't assimilate. They think they found and not lost. Don't accept every word that they say. Population control, population control, population control. Every word that they say.
It's fascination, slick tongue, innuendo, insinuations, COINTELPRO, infiltrations. They won't show, but all they make is preparations for preservation of the tainted gene, afraid of annihilation, segregation to integration, nationalization. What's naturalization? You American, whether Trini or Haitian, Guyanese or Jamaican, Mexican, or you Bajan, try to discredit in your statements. And what you practice predates them, calling you a pagan. But he a shaman, and never ashamed when just part of the process. He ain't a slave, this was enslavement. And a prophet came in, gave us our state. Moors made a proclamation.
You said he died on the cross to wash all my sins away. You said that I pay the cost if I didn't assimilate. They think they found and not lost. Don't accept every word that they say. Population control, population control, population control. Every word that they say.
Take notice, proclamation judicial, not a Mason official. Temple head on a swivel, see rights are not civil. Jurisdiction challenge, railroaded acquittal. Ex parte, no trial, dismissal is artificial. Straw man is not a lawman, but ends legacy. In color of courts, more racket than tennis. Where colored man has no rights. And sick of this more thing, Jamal and Black Knight. Robin Hood Azim, not Cornish, but Moorish American. Stand on squares, surging adrenaline. Take notice, bore the cross with a fez on. Your favorite rapper has a dress on and leave press-ons. Take notice, you got hex and lost focus. While I see with eyes behind my head like Jokic. Are you listening or under hypnosis? Is intelligence overpowered by your emotions? take notice. Crack team shots give blood clots, know what the Gen Z zombie culture. No Thanksgiving, eating thighs of turkey vultures. Never see slaves, only black and more sculptures. Take notice, hailstorms and swarms locusts. When affirming, no claps, hands, palms open. That man's with hugs, brotherly love, holy covenant. Take notice, Moorish government, unconscious Moors used to meet quotas. Chicago congressman won from the Moorish voters. Elders took notice. So what Drew Ali said, Oscar Bay next to the prophet, cause the priest is dead. Bay Anderson on his right, Moorish hijab, right to bear arm. Moors might wear a niqab. Law and order mind, traders drawing quarter time, cutting off hands and ears for committing a crime. Vegan beef with dirty Moors is not a family feud. Families fight, one's wrong, have perception skewed. Spiritual altitude, lower self-subdued. No sucrose drinks or European poison foods. Holistic verses, my flow is alkalines. Pastor only speaking tongues from altar wines. For treason they all face the firing line. Most bystander not preventing the crime. Society invites it, then rewrites it. If a battle can't be won, don't fight it. Not saying see corruption and be silent, be defiant. Never punished all the clever corporate tyrants. Take notice. Politicians touch their own children. Yours get shot up and in the news for causing killings. Calling them black translates to living in death. Trans march for rights with their BIPOC breath. Take notice. Sex ed taught in daycare. False evidence appearing real is how you say fear. Claim you're woke but still you're dead and sleeping. Can't you see youth popping pills for the thrill seeking? Thinking they can fly off balconies leaping. One's facelift like Weekend. Too much competing. Trying to be someone else. Won't be themselves. Skinny jeans got their manhood. Short like elves. Weaves and eyelashes puckering lips and tongues out. Should be enough to have dad's guns out. Take notice. We sit back and watch it happen. He's in extensions, lap dancing devils while rapping. She's in every video twerking, ass slapping. Y'all are Victor and Dre and shot, dildo strapping. I see what they're trying. I took notice. I see their motives as they're bringing 12 roses. Bullets are used on blacks now, not fire hoses. Necrophiliacs have bodies before it decomposes. Take notice. Invasion. Watch for democracies, hypocrisy, philosophies, fear and shock factories, pseudo-court mockeries and poppy fields, blocking swinging chops without Moroccan shields, industry demonic, throw versing spokes and stopping wheels, coffin fields empty, buried in the battlefields, working on the streets is walking in some cattle fields. King Alfred Bruisem, lover mental snoozing, sleepwalking and talking, cell phones are soothing, minds disappearing, genetic memory erasing, don't even have a job but they get you for tax evasion, hot like a frying pan, crying fam lion men, use gadgets firemen, no loyalty just buying friends, no credit debt slaves, walking over paved graves, enslaved, enraged, marriage to death prearranged, Mike Sufi Genie, bomb tracks bikini, stupid niggas call my fez bucket hat when they see me, but won't ask a thing or drink the water that I bring. But when the Pope comes, they're kissing on the ring. They rather drink a rapper's flow from the black fountain. Pied Piper got the dead lined up in the thousands. Confusion with illusions, infusion with sorcery. Won't give up my birthright no matter what they offer me. No deal. Push the red button, I'm going home. Close my eyes with Yasanel and Vendome. The fire that we put on roll, make their walls shake. Islamism grand chic, not spelled like shake. Open minds, not scarred on when you enter my zone. I wouldn't call it murder when I snap the neck of Macron, trying to escape with the Moorish temple charter. Peter's face the tartar, no making me a martyr. Third eye and larger, aura is my armor. When I plant a seed in man's soil, ram farmer. Use the alma rap sorta like an almanac. Keep listening, sleepless hip-hop insomniac. Moorish MC, call me that acquiesce, don't call back, just fall back. Any rapper after 95, all whack. Their flow just trickles like drops on icicles. Rappers need training wheels on their rhymesicles. Keep people's mind pickled in a lost realm. When it comes to Moorish MCs, I'm at the helm. Invasion. Trying to escape with the Moorish temple charter. Peter's face the slaughter, and no making me a martyr. Third eye and larger. Aura is my armor. Aura is my armor. Aura is my armor. Invasion.
Trying to escape with the Moorish temple charter. See the space is harder, no making me a martyr. The third eye is larger. Aura is my armor, aura is my armor, aura is my armor, aura is my armor.
Invasion.
Buddha. It never occurs to man having too much earthly drenches the world in blood, soul becomes unworthy, even though it's perfect. In the body of a fool, you better use the carpenter's tools, no opinions but truths. Get out the feudal mind state, Slavic and stateless. Don't wanna be a mob or wearing Masonic aprons. Call yourself shades, colors, and land masses. Kicking you niggas' asses to put on nationality glasses. Big mad in the store, seeing the massless. Haters need exemptions, witness or they ass kiss. One of the best Moorish MCs talking about practice. The way we pull up references, mind callous. I'm balanced, meditate on social media detox. Study secrets of righteous Moorish Enochs. Canaanland Khalifa, L-bomb, hip-hop, epoch. Feudal-minded are the dipset, we Elodio D-block. No verses, rituals, scratch the surface. Put reverses on the feudal mental slave curses. Freedom is a must. Free national standards, even NBA players are anti-vaxxers. Common sense is only common with the few. Claim a slave name, Negro, learn to make do. Playing the corporate game when we were free in Peru. Y'all been brainwashed, waiting on the Biru. Why y'all loving the fake truce? My tang is who? Stab vamps with the pointed cross before his fang is through. Get stabbed like ice, shot like a corkscrew. Melodious minded, never civil little mortus. A picture worth 1,000 words. I paint pictorials with these nouns and verbs. My appetite is hard to curb, customs I preserve. You got an empress in your corner, y'all from the curb. To get your mind blown out, just send a word. I orelate and captivate, oh, you ain't heard? To look forward, you gotta rewind it. Unrestricted thoughts, I'm melodious-minded. Harmonious vibe whenever I chime in. You listening to the X Factor like Simon. I dived in the waters and didn't make a ripple. They thought it was sweet, like honeysuckle. Now Negroes running to me when they in a pickle. But when I tried to put them on, they was acting fickle. When I baptize, it's a flood, not a drizzle. Canaanland to Khalifa, we gon' make them shrimp.
I was doing time in the universal mind, but the universe is mine. Blowing through wind chimes, penned in thin lines, sent to bend time in rhyme from here to midnight. Then I'm
Buddha. It never occurs to man having too much earthly drenches the world in blood, soul becomes unworthy, even though it's perfect. In the body of a fool, you better use the carpenter's tools, no opinions but truths. Get out the feudal mind state, Slavic and stateless. Don't wanna be a mob or wearing Masonic aprons. Call yourself shades, colors, and land masses. Kicking you niggas' asses to put on nationality glasses. Big mad in the store, seeing the massless. Haters need exemptions, witness or they ass kiss. One of the best Moorish MCs talking about practice. The way we pull up references, mind callous. I'm balanced, meditate on social media detox. Study secrets of righteous Moorish Enochs. Canaanland Khalifa, L-bomb, hip-hop, epoch. Feudal
Feudal-minded are the dipset, we allodial D-block. No verses, rituals, scratch the surface. Put reverses on the feudal mental slave curses. Freedom is a must. Free national standards, even NBA players are anti-vaxxers. Common sense is only common with the few. Claim a slave name, Negro, learn to make do. Playing the corporate game when we were free in Peru. Y'all been brainwashed, waiting on the Biru. Why y'all loving the fake truce? My tang is who? Stab vamps with the pointed cross before his fang is through. Get stabbed like ice, shot like a corkscrew. Allodial minded, never civil little mortus.
A picture worth 1,000 words. I paint pictorials with these nouns and verbs. My appetite is hard to curb, customs I preserve. You got an empress in your corner, y'all from the curb. To get your mind blown out, just send a word. I orelate and captivate. Oh, you ain't heard? To look forward, you gotta rewind it. Unrestricted thoughts, I'm melodial-minded. Harmonious vibe whenever I chime in. You listening to the X Factor like Simon. I dived in the waters and didn't make a ripple. They thought it was sweet, like honeysuckle. Now Negroes running to me when they in a pickle. But when I tried to put them on, they was acting fickle. When I baptize, it's a flood, not a drizzle. Canaanland to Khalifa, we gon' make them shrimp.
I was doing time in the universal mind, but the universe is mine. Blowing through wind chimes, penned in thin lines, sent to bend time in rhyme from here to midnight. Then I'm off to the next plane she chooses to send me to master this pen game. Sabari is sensei, I'm your idol, the highest title, numero uno. Holder in due course, your mortgage is fool's gold. Truth told with your dead pledge, I'm wiping my culo. I'm the title and the deed, held in high esteem, neither serf nor a thief. So don't try it with me, your cognitive dissidence, fraudulent instruments, a hit or miss, to keep your mints off of my hereditament. Allodial minded, you've been blinded, searching for the donus gifts, you won't find it. They stray misguided while I stay the livest.
Years ago, Coca-Cola was doing the math on its sales. I believe by that point it had already abandoned the cocaine content. It was just cola at that point. But once you name something cocaine cola, how do you ever walk back from that? You know what I mean? It's too good of a name. So they noticed something. People bought Coca-Cola in the summer, a little bit in the fall, a little bit in spring, not in the winter. People didn't think of it as a winter drink. So the Coca-Cola advertisers were like, well, wouldn't it be great if we could somehow trick people or convince people or talk people or coax or whatever, brainwash people into drinking Coca-Cola in the winter too. So here's what Coca-Cola advertisers came up with. They thought, what if we somehow worked Coca-Cola into Christmas? Now, I know what you're thinking, Christmas is such a big deal. Not back then. Back then, Easter was the big deal. Christmas was important. People would go do Mass to commemorate Christ's birth, but everybody's bored. The real interesting thing is to be killed, executed, and then come back 2 days later. That's fascinating, which is why people had focused on Easter. So what the Coca-Cola advertisers did was they found a saint who was about to be decanonized, Santa Claus. The Catholic Church was like, he hasn't performed a miracle in a while, let's unemploy him. They grabbed him, they merged him with the story of Saint Nick, and then somebody got inspired. And the inspiration was to merge him with Kris Kringle. Kris Kringle was a Danish thief whose job in the day was a chimney sweep. He could pop his shoulders out and he could fit down a chimney. He would rob your house and then work his way back up, but you'd have a clean chimney. And they merged this together, but they then took St. Nicholas out. He was usually portrayed as a young man and skinny young man in green and brown clothing. They stuck him in Coca-Cola colors, red and white, They even decided to give him some pink in his skin to keep the Coca-Cola colors going. So they made him an old man so he could have white hair. And then they stuck him on the bottom. That's why periodically you'll see Santa Claus on a Coca-Cola bottle or a Coca-Cola can around Christmas time. Because they made him up. And they transformed Christmas. So instead of Christmas being an important event, but not an especially emotional event, an especially involved event necessarily. I mean, there were nice traditions around it, stockings and maybe a Christmas tree. They turned it into this thing where all of a sudden this mythical being who drinks a lot of Coca-Cola is bringing you presents. I guess that's how he stays up so late, because think about how many hours it would take to bring presents to everybody. And in the process now, the average Christian in the United States at least thinks Christmas is the important Christian holiday. And it's forced other religions to think about what holiday they could promote during that time period, like Hanukkah. Hanukkah was never especially important. I mean, it's important, but not like, you wouldn't evolve like a whole bunch of time and energy and effort around it. But then, right, if you're Jewish and you're like looking at your kids going, we wish we had a Christmas tree, you need something to compete with this. And the next thing you know, there's a Kwanzaa, because a Coca-Cola advertiser is trying to get you to drink more Coca-Cola. They've changed our religion. They've changed our culture. They've changed us economically. So you can imagine what happens when you have a government deliberately thinking about these things. 125 years.
Biggest manipulation ever. Islam Moors. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors. Especially the Moors in the chat. Honors to you. Especially to the Moors who support their prophet. Honors to you. The biggest manipulation ever. So you see the Kwanzaa is BS, right? It's all made up. All of it. That's why we have our prophet. That's why we have our prophet who brought us our stuff. So we don't have to deal with the manipulation. Because if it's not what Drew Ali brought, it's manipulation. Because everybody has their whoever, right? Don't they? And he even mentioned other people's whoever. Now we have a whoever too. No Drew Ali. How they have see their Allah, the Q Quran people, they have Allah, right? Their Allah sent them a prophet, Muhammad, right? All right. We have Allah. Our prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Well, the last prophet, no, we're not talking about first prophets, the last prophets, middle prophets. We don't care. Our prophet, because we're not falling for the manipulation. We don't need Santa Claus. We have our prophet. Our own prophet. We don't have to subscribe. We have our own. And our own freed us from the manipulation. So we don't get caught up in the BS. There's only one whirlwind. That's Garvey. Everything else is manipulation. And they played you for whatever it is that they wanted to play you for. And have you going with everything except the profit. Noble Drew Ali, who they're never going to tell you about ever. Never tell you about it. Why? Everybody else they're going to tell you about? How are they telling you about everybody else? And they're not telling you about Noble Drew Ali. And you're being used. For whatever it is they're going to do, because you want to put your energy to stuff that doesn't concern you when you have your own. You have your own, you're chasing after somebody else's stuff. Why are they not chasing after your stuff? You ever think about that? Oh, and when you check, they are chasing after your stuff, guys. See them, all of them coming here. They ain't know where they're from. Everybody's coming to get a piece of America when they lost whatever it is where they come from. And the dummies who've been here, just like generations in Canaanland who came from islands and all that stuff and should have had somewhere locked down already for us. 500,000 homes of just Asiatics. Because when they came here from the islands, they said, oh yeah, forget just like a little grocery store. Right? You look at Walmart and then you look at the Caribbean grocery store and you're like, what's going on here? You look at the Asian grocery store, you look at the Caribbean grocery store, like, what's going on here? Should have been here before these people. How come they got 800 million acres? And the people who from the islands, well, America's right over there. They could swim. They can't have anything. And they've been here before everybody else. As far as coming to the mainland, don't get played.
A lot of little kids' favorite rapper just got arrested for murder for hire. And I hope y'all ain't shocked. This is just a regular day in hip hop. To all the labels who market and promote this type of music, you stupid fools. You allow this to become mainstream. And you won't even let your own kids listen to it, but you'll push it on our kids. You hear me? You ain't.
The BS. You know, kids, nothing. The kids. These are your scholars. These are your people. These are them, huh? All right. All right. So these people like to use Noble Drew Ali to push their whatever it is that they want to push. That's their stuff. We don't care if it works, doesn't work, if people got out of whatever that did. I don't care about any of that. If you're not even part of a temple, you shouldn't even be talking about Noble Drew Ali and all that. If you're not affiliated with, if you can't call up a grand sheik, a grand governor, a whoever, and say, hey, Do you vouch for this more? Then you shouldn't really be talking about Noble Drew Ali. Right? Because people are using Noble Drew Ali. Right? So they're on this thing. They're on this civics, whatever, right? Because Noble Drew Ali brought us these teachings, so we're studying over their people's jurisdiction of law. Right? Looking at their own stuff. Because Drew Ali brought us Constitution, all that too, which is the supreme law, right? It's Constitution, right? So Drew Ali brought us all those laws, and these people are talking about all these laws over there. Going back again to these people are avoiding dealing with Noble Drew Ali. They just use his image and say his name, but they're not doing what Drew Ali is saying do. They're not going to their meetings and all that. They're not doing anything. It's not like they're at first possessing all these different properties and giving them out to Moors or something. If it's like that. If you got the system beat like that, then adverse possess a whole block that's abandoned. We're looking at one spot. Well, now that you're good, you can tell other people how to do it because you're good. And just do some others. Is this for the nation? Are you a more for the nation, or are you a more for yourself? You're more for the nation? If you're more for the nation, then what you have is everybody's. And what everybody has is yours. And I know that it's like that because I've been to spots Moors gave up their bed for me to sleep in. So I know there's unity. Know that there's unity. But like Drew Ali said, it's only with the few, so don't get caught up, don't get it twisted. We're only out here to get the two in the back. Because we already know take the M off from masses. There's only going to be a handful saved with fingers left over. So all these grandeur expectations that you have of stuff that you're putting carts before horses and all that, you better slow down. These people have their civics thing, and Moor's on there off the top. Well, I would have been studying for 3 weeks or something like that. You know what I mean? I've been on RV Bay publications, and I'm studying, and and I got driving without a license. So, what's the best way to deal with this? And they go on for about an hour. They go on for about an hour talking about all types of whatever instead of dealing with the issue, what the dude said. And then in between that, of course, he's going to have, 5 or 6 more questions that's going to pop up because these people know exactly what they're doing. How are you somebody 3 weeks in, you're trying to tell them about what to do when they got court tomorrow? What are they going to try to do? What are they going to try to do? Now, Drew Ali, if they studied Noble Drew Ali first, if they went there first, because if you're saying, yeah, I've been to RV Bay publications, and then you're mentioning 5 other sites that, well, why are you going over? If you got RV, why are you going over there? Why are you going to talk to those Moors? That's how people get caught up. Because they're starting to mix and match teachings from different things, thinking that it's all going in the same direction. When all you're doing is whirlwinding yourself. There's only one whirlwind. That's Garvey. Everything else is confusion. And many people in the whirlwind. You're not coming into this 3 weeks and going to court and winning something saying you're more. Stop the BS. And Drew Ali told you that's old business. Leave it as it is. And new business, do it in your free national name. So that means deal with your nigger shit before you start saying that you're a more. That's what that means. Don't try to bring the Moorish stuff into your nigger shit that you were doing as nigger, thinking that you're going to be able to stop the nigger shit using the Moorish stuff. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to, from knowing about your more, moving forward, not deal with the nigger shit. That's the only way out. You're trying to pull the more stuff back into your niggerdom, it's not going to work. You can forget about it. I don't care who you talk to. I don't care how much finance you give them. Eventually, you're going to play yourself. And you're going to have nobody to blame but yourself because you thought that you had this stuff figured out. And then we ask you anything relative to Noble Drew Ali you don't know. You ever read the 101 questionnaire? Huh? What's that? What's the 101 questionnaire? How long you been studying? 3 weeks. You better go deal with your nigger stuff. Whatever you did as a nigger, don't try to take the more stuff to get out your nigger stuff that you did. Huh? Driving with suspended license and all this. Driving with no insurance and all that stuff as nigger. Not as a more doing that. As nigger doing that. And now you find out about this, so you think, oh wow, oh sovereignty, and then all I gotta do is go to that store, buy that turban. That turban I don't have to wrap. And then I could just wear that, and I can say that I'm more, and then I could say sovereign in court, and the judge is gonna dismiss. Yeah, judge might. And then it might have 5 times where you went and did that, and they got dismissed. You're gonna get that one. You're gonna get that one grand dragon. You're going to get that one grand dragon that knows more than you know. And they're going to pin you to the wall. Not because they're tolerable and they're colonial and all that. No, not because you lack knowledge. Because you lack knowledge. 3 weeks. That ain't nothing. That's not even a drop in the bucket. 3 weeks. At 3 weeks, you're supposed to be going into hermit mode, and you're gone for a year, 2 years, just studying. If this really hit you, then from the 3 week part, you're not going to be on some live with some whoever's out there talking about anything. You're going to shut the F up and go study because 3 weeks ain't nothing. Nothing. 3 weeks is nothing. So slow your roll. You have nigger shit to deal with. Go deal with that stuff. And then when you're done with the nigger shit, now you start talking about, all right, let's go through this correction of status. Because you'd have a year, 2 years of actually studying this, not just going off the whim or going because, oh, he said something. Ooh, oh, what he said. Oh, yeah, that gave me the tingles. I got the goosebumps. So that means it's the truth. Yeah, but, you know, don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. Because you're only going to have you to blame. You're only going to have you to blame. Yeah. $1,500 ways to escape the human jungle. Suffering is a gigantic hoax. Try to see that suffering is a gigantic hoax, which cosmic facts can expose. The certain remedy for dull and repetitious days is to live from those esoteric wisdoms. The certain remedy for dull and repetitious days is to live from these esoteric wisdoms. Right answers come when we ask our question with right attitudes, such as yearning to know. A man who possesses real gold never bargains over it, which means that truth never compromises with dark human nature. Light never battles darkness. So whenever you see a fight, it is always between two dark forces. Take disturbance as an awakening sign that you misunderstood something you assumed you understood. The reason we should abandon falsehood is simply because it is so dangerous to us. A man can insist all day long that his leaky boat is solid, but he will still sink. Unhappiness persists because of the refusal to risk the ruin of the familiar but false ideas. Spiritual studies proceed properly only when including the touchy topic of human hypocrisy. Spiritual studies proceed properly. Spiritual studies proceed properly only when including the touchy topic of human hypocrisy. You will not fumble in vain if you fumble in the task of finding your real nature. Regrets at losing social or financial opportunities are both delusion and needless pain. Yeah, for all the regretters out there. For all the regretters. For all the, if I coulda, if I shoulda. Regrets at losing social or financial opportunities are both delusion are delusion and needless pain. Why? Because you can't go back and change jack. So get over it. Pinch yourself, wake up, get over it. Go wash your face with cold water or something for once. Warm water as you too. You need a little cold spell. A jolt. We can be practical and economical in everyday things only by living from higher facts. A secret and cunning fondness for sad circumstances will surely keep them around. Those vamps, watch out for them. The people who, whenever you're down, they're around. Hey, how come you're always around when I'm on my lowest lows? And you're not raising me up or anything like that. You're always happy when I'm down. Watch them people. Watch them. Watch the vamps. No, it's not just fangs now. Any wish to appear scholarly in the eyes of the public will immediately cut off your opportunity to be sensible. Oh, shit. What the hell? Any wish to appear scholarly in the eyes of the public will immediately cut off your opportunity to be sensible. Pretense is never able to admit it is pretense. So an honest part of us must go to work. Chaos persists only because we insist upon living with personal beliefs instead of with cosmic insight. Chaos persists only because we insist upon living with personal beliefs instead of with cosmic insight. Speak higher. Notice that some of these ideas impress the mind with health, while others impress the emotions. The one way to have something worthwhile to do with your life is to courageously see that you presently have nothing worthwhile. The truly valuable can be defined as that which does not contribute to our false need for ego gratification. Just keep going in. Your secret book. There is within you a secret book that knows 1,000 times more than all the scholars and authorities on earth. Sincerely desire to search, and the instrument for a right search will be supplied. Truth is seen with the development of spiritual eyesight, which is not the same as ordinary thinking. Seeing that the problem is really within oneself is a healthy drink of the healing medicine. Cosmic hearing consists of the ability to hear and follow the teachings of your own higher centers. We must see that the pressures of life are caused by personal misunderstanding, which the welcome light can correct. Like you just go anywhere and it just keeps going in. Always try to see more in a fact you think you already understand. Being a danger to oneself simply consists of taking harmful ideas as helpful. When feeling the need for something, a right request is, may I please have more light? Do not fear to see your mechanical behavior, for you are opening the door to conscious action. What you will finally find will make something totally unlike anything known before. Self-awareness supplies a whole view of life, while self-centeredness is a wall which blocks the view. When really seeing self-centeredness as self-centeredness, its blocking wall begins to crumble. We contact truth at the risk of losing our familiar and beloved tears. Falsehood's first task is to betray you, and its second task is to make you think it is helping you. We can do good for ourselves only when knowing the nature of goodness, and it does not include self-restraint. The dull ache felt while performing exciting activities is a voice urging you to break out of false happiness. If you would sacrifice a rock for a ruby, then sacrifice what you have now for what you can have. Be aware of how your own attitudes and actions attract uncomfortable situations, for that will help end them. Abandon anything that tries to take your mind away from your great task of self-union. Be aware that you do not want to do what you know you must do, for that will help you do it. One way to think in a new and healthy way is to dare to start doing it. Look within is both the most helpful and most frightening advice a beginner can hear. Look within is both the most helpful and most frightening advice a beginner can hear. For all you 3 weeks in people who just came into this yesterday, look within. You don't worry about trust and adverse possession and all that stuff. You don't worry about any of that yet. You're not there yet. That's way above your pay grade. Slow down. Look within. Don't be listening to these people what they're trying to sell you. You look within. Truth asks us to end our false ideas about existence so that it can give us the true existence we really desire. Learn the secret of using unhappy events to realize your actual freedom from unhappy events. Learn the secret of using unhappy events to realize your actual freedom from unhappy events. See the difference between a harmful emotion, such as envy, and a healthy feeling, such as a yearning for self-wholeness. 1,500 ways to escape the human jungle. If you got issues with the human jungle, I suggest go pick that up. It'll give you some good ones. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to Noble Drew Ali. And we're going to the finals on Wednesday. So honors to all the Moors for the energy. Finals on Wednesday. So they came a long way. They came a long way. And they seem, I don't know if it clicked yet. We'll see if it clicks tomorrow. We got practice tomorrow, so we'll see if it clicked yet that they're in the finals. But you know, they weren't like excited. You know, it's almost like they really feel they're not done yet. So we'll see what's going on. But Wednesday's the final. So we'll keep you updated. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all the Moors worldwide for the energy always always being right and being of the highest frequency. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Study, study, study. Honors to you. Yeah, there's still Q&A Wednesday. You could send your questions. It might be later depending on what time the game is, but I think it's early. Yeah, I think it's early because I think the volleyball team, I think they had quarterfinals today, and they have something. They have a game. So if they won today, I think they have semifinals. They have semifinals, or they might get a bye, and then their finals might be on that Wednesday as well, probably. So we'll see what's good. But yeah, Q&A Wednesday sometime on Wednesday after 5 probably. But honors to all the Moors, honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, honors to the Forerunner, Marcus Garvey, honors to all the Moors in the chat.
My dealer is a healer and an Egyptian adept. As a general through sand, they turn to cadets. Saving the nation, read divine warning address in Brownsville. His name was on some projects, mentioned in songs by old school artists. Brought me into marvelous light from the darkness. Sundis and feather, turban or a fez, bays and L's inspired, walking around Eel River Res. Squamish Nation, fez on a welcome totem. Wires connected to higher powers, don't need a modem. Through the ages backwards, masters are traced. Allah's spirits moved on the face of boundless space. Magistrates are subjects, servants are masters. Suffer now when light heals in the life after. Uplift the fallen, get credit from karma instead of a bitchy side and her psychodrama.
We're pushing the product. You want it, we got it. We don't move dime bags, bricks on the profit. Knowledge the product, not tired of chocolate. You want it, we got it. Bricks on the profit. We're pushing the product. You want it, we got it. We don't move dime bags, bricks on the profit. Knowledge the product, not tired of chocolate. You want it, we got it. Bricks on the profit. This that pure and uncut love from the gut, that raw good stuff that travels all the way up to the ground, then abounds to amaze and astound. Every time you hear that sound, the serpent gets its wings, but only those deserving, purging carnal yearnings, as distinctly seen by their works and their deeds. See, the first one is free, no need to loosen your purse strings, and when you get thirsty, come back and see me. See what we got, Jack, and put a hump in a camel's back. This batch is unmatched, and it'll have you running laps. Not red tops or blue tops, simply just truth bombs that'll loosen you up as soon as this tune drops. Can't stop the prophet or the jewels that he's dropping. Even from the soul plane, got the block on lock in with love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. 5 principles, not some uncontrolled substance. We're pushing the product. You want it, we got it. We don't move dime bags, bricks on the profit. Knowledge the product, not tired of chocolate. You want it, we got it. Bricks on the profit, we're pushing the product. You want it, we got it. We don't move dime bags, bricks on the profit. Knowledge the product, not tired of chocolate. You want it, we got it. Bricks on the profit.